To make socks cuff down, you're going to first make the ribbing, which is the cuff of the sock. This will be a very small baby size sock. So you're going to chain 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So going to single crochet in the second stitch from the hook and in each stitch of the chain. Single crochet in every stitch across the row. Okay, I've single crocheted across the row. Chain 1 and turn. To make the ribbing stitch, you crochet into the back side of the stitch only. Normally you would crochet here. So we're going to single crochet in each stitch across. Single crochet in each stitch across the row. That. Chain 1 and turn. Single crochet in each stitch across the row, working in the back side of the stitch only. Chain 1 and turn. You're going to continue to do this until the ribbing is long enough to fit around the leg of the person you're making the sock for. I'm going to go off camera and finish making the rectangle of ribbing. Okay, I've done some ribbing, and I'm just making a very small pair of socks for probably a 3-month-old. So I'm not going to give you any number of stitches. This is just a demonstration of the process of making socks to accompany my pattern, which can be purchased on in my Etsy shop. I have crocheted 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 rows of ribbing stitch. And I'm going to bring the 2 rows together, and we're going to slip stitch to join to form a tube. To slip stitch, you simply bring the 2 ends together and place the hook through both sides, 1 stitch on each side, and you pick up the yarn and you pull it through. And that joins the 2 seams in a very professional seam. It's my, so just going to slip stitch to join to bring me to the other end. And what we have done is we have formed a tube, and that's the cuff of the top of the stocking. So now we're going to begin to work the body of the stocking along this end of the tube. We had 14 rows, so we're going to evenly space 14 stitches along this opening of this sock. So first chain 1, and then just begin to crochet around, single crochets around the cuff of this sock. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and we're going to slip stitch to join. Okay, so we started the bottom of the sock, so we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to single crochet in every stitch around. So we have the cuff of the sock, and then we're beginning to do the foot section. And like I said, this is a very small size, so I'm going to proceed to making the heel of the sock. If you are making larger sizes, you're going to have to add more of these rows of single crochets. So now I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and I'm going to single crochet in the next 7 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. and I'm going to skip all of the next stitches, which is 7 stitches, and I'm going to slip stitch to join in the first stitch of the row. And this is going to be the opening for the heel of the sock. And the sock is going to fit like this on the foot. And so now we're going to begin working the front section of the sock. So what we've done is we've left this opening, and now we're going to work this part of the sock. So now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to turn. We're going to single crochet in each one of these chain stitches that we added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. And we're going to slip stitch to join. Okay, so we have our cuff, we have our heel opening, and we're beginning to do the front of the sock. So chain 1 and turn, single crochet in each stitch around. Okay, we're going to continue to finish off the front of the sock in the same manner. I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm going to single crochet in every stitch around until the sock is almost as long as you will need it. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll come back. Okay, I've gone ahead and I have finished the front of the toe. So now it's time to start decreasing for the end of the stocking. So I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn. And I'm going to skip I'm going to work in a spiral, which means I won't be slip stitching to join or chaining and turning. I'm just going to work in a complete circle, and I'm going to skip every second stitch around to close up the front of the stocking. So I'm going to skip this single crochet, and I'm going to single crochet in the next. Skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. And I'm going to continue around until this opening in the front of the stocking is closed. And it doesn't take very long. And one more. Like that. And fasten off. Okay, so there's your little sock minus the heel. So now we're going to do the heel section. Okay, to start the heel, we've attached our yarn in one of the corners of the heel. And I'm going to use a different color so it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. So we're going to single crochet in every stitch around the opening of the heel. I'm going to work until we get to the opposite corner from where we started. Okay, so we have crocheted around and we're at the opposite corner, and we're going to skip the corner stitch, go directly over to the opposite side, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch around. And when we reach the beginning, we've crocheted all the way around the opening of the heel, we're going to slip stitch to join in the third stitch here at the beginning, so that we'll have the equivalent of skipping a stitch. So 1, 2, slip stitch to join in this stitch. And here's what the little stocking looks like at this stage. Finish the heel, you can work in a spiral. To work in a spiral means you just keep working all the way around in a circle. When we get to the corners on each side, we're always going to skip a stitch. So we're going to single crochet across to the opposite side. And when we get to the corner, we're going to skip this stitch and we're going to work directly into this stitch. We're going to continue around. And when we get to the corner, we're going to skip this stitch and we're going to work into the next stitch. Continue working around. We're at the corner again. We're going to skip this stitch. We're going to work into this stitch. And we don't have much of an opening left. So we're going to continue around. Single crochet in each stitch. We're at the corner, skip this stitch, work into this stitch. And you're going to continue that until the heel is closed up. And I have only one more stitch to do. And I'm going to skip that stitch and I'm going to single crochet in the next stitch, fasten off. Thread the yarn end into a yarn needle and weave the yarn end into the finished work. Go in one direction and go in the opposite direction, and then you can trim off that yarn. Going to weave in the other remaining yarn ends as well. And there's your finished sock. There are two patterns for stockings in my shop. One is for toddler size, the other is for adult sizes. You can check those out if you're interested in making socks. Thanks for watching.